Someone once asked me, why do you always use continuous zippers just like this for a lot of your sewing projects? In case you didn't know, there are basically two types of zippers. You've got the finished zippers, just like you have here. And how do you know it's a finished zipper? Because it's got a particular kind of length. It could be 20 centimeter long, depending on how you find it. It could be 60 centimeter long. But the main thing is that it has a stopper just right there at the end. So if I attempt to open the slider at some point, the slider is going to stop just like right there. But for the continuous zippers, first of all, they do not have any sliders, and they come in different lengths. You could get them in 100 centimeters, you could get them in 100 meters, you could get them in 200 meters, depending on what you are finding. And the unique thing is that they always come delivered with a lot of sliders. So what you have to do is that whenever you have a project, like a sewing project, you just have to fix the sliders on the zippers and then cut it off at the exact point where you need it. So let's say I have a project that requires a 70 centimeter long of zippers. I'm going to go ahead and insert my sliders and then just cut it off. In this way, I'm going to be saving myself a lot of headache. It's already enough headache to begin to match the zipper color to your fabric. The other headache you don't want to entertain is actually trying to match the exact length of zippers with the project that you are working on. Sometimes you have a particular project that requires a 70 centimeter long zippers, and you just realize that you look everywhere, you look online, you look at your favorite tailoring material shop, you don't get this exact length of zippers, and sometimes it could be very, very frustrating. You see, I've been there before, so I can tell exactly how it feels, especially when you are trying to get the exact length of zippers you want for your project. So me using continuous zippers, I've actually eliminated this problem. So whenever I have a sewing project, let's say I'm making pillow covers of 60 centimeters by 60 centimeters or 50 centimeters by 50 centimeters, I never ever have to have the headache. The only headache I only have to have is to make sure that I just can find the exact color of zippers I need that matches the fabric. But then if the zipper is going to be long enough, this doesn't come into question because I've got the continuous zippers that I can actually cut to the exact kind of length that I need. So in this way, I'm actually saving myself a lot of stress. I'm saving myself a lot of wastage, because if I don't have to get 70 centimeters, for example, let's say I only rely on the finished zippers and I have a project that requires a 70 centimeter long zippers, which I cannot find in the market, then I'm forced to go ahead to buy perhaps a 100 centimeter long, invariably spending more money just to be able to get out 70 centimeters. First of all, I'm going to spend more money, which represents wastage. And at the end of the day, after using 70 centimeters, I only have to cut off the remaining 30 centimeters, and it's just going to be thrown away because I won't be able to do anything with it. That doesn't happen if I use the continuous zippers. Another thing I've noticed in my years of sewing is that these finished zippers, most times they are so limited. The kind of colors you can get in the market are so limited, but for the continuous zippers, you can actually get wider colors. You know, I had situations where I was looking for zippers. It was very difficult for me to get a particular color in finished zippers, but when I turned to the continuous zippers, it was very easy for me to find the colors that match the fabric that I was looking for. So this is another very good reason why I tend to use the continuous zippers over the finished zippers. I do sew pillow covers in different sizes. I sew in 35 centimeters, in 40 centimeters, in 50 centimeters. In fact, pillow covers of any size you can think of. And if I'm actually limiting myself to using finished zippers, it's going to be a lot of headache, you know. So I realized that the continuous zippers is exactly what I need. But the problem is, sometimes you might be worried that how do I actually get to fix, you know, the slider on this zipper, because sometimes if you don't know how to do it, it might be a little bit tricky. But I kind of found an easier way to do it, because if you have the zippers like this, all I have to do is to open it up like this just a little bit. See, it forms like a Y shape just like that, you see. And then I'm going to go ahead just like that and just going to bring one from here. If you try to put these sliders like this, you realize that it doesn't really, it goes onto the one side like that. But if you try to fit it on the other side, then it becomes a little bit difficult. So what I've found out is that if you go ahead and insert a little notch on this side, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut this side off. I'm going to get my scissors so that I can actually show it to you, all right? So this is exactly how it looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a notch, just going to cut that side off like that. This is a way I have found to be very, very effective. So in this way, you are able to put the other side like that. All right, just have to go down a little bit. All right, and then it gives you the opportunity to actually hold this place like that, like hold it, and then slide this down. You see, So what you want to do, you can then cut off the head like that. In this case, you've inserted the slider onto the zipper, which makes everything kind of easy for you to sew thereafter. All right. So this is the reason why I use continuous zippers. I've used it for a very, very long time. It's so practical. It's so easy to use. The sliders are so easy to fit. And in this way, I can actually buy like 100 meters long of zippers. I'm not have to worry if I still have zippers left for my sewing project. I hope this video helps you. If it does, go ahead and click on the like button. Make sure to turn on the notification bell so that when I drop a new video, you actually get to be the first to see it. Until I see you again, peace.